Aloha, it's Jessica Baker with Hawaii Life Real Estate Brokers here for your Maui market update on April 5th, 2019. Today I want to talk with you a little bit about what constitutes a landlocked property and also share a story I went through in a recent escrow and closing. So when we typically think of a landlocked property, we think of a parcel that is out in the middle of nowhere that you cannot get to without crossing over somebody else's piece of land, either with or without their permission, and either with or without legal access to cross over that area. So sometimes another situation is that there's a property out there and the only way to get to it, and people have been doing it for years, so it's fine, is walking down a little path on the side of somebody else's lot that's all overgrown. But then when it comes time to sell, you find out that you have no legal right to be doing that. So what are possible remedies for that? Of course, talk to the neighbor, talk to the person whose property you're trespassing over, and see if you can get them to grant you an easement, a right to use, a right to access to get to your land. Another thing that you can go to next level is trying to obtain a prescriptive easement. Then courts are involved in things, and a prescriptive easement is gaining rights to access from a continual history of use for an extended period of time, and that's something that's really hard to prove. But there's another kind of landlocked property, which is something that I went through with a client recently. So they were buying a house that was on a county road, a legitimate piece of road with about 15 other houses that was owned by the county of Maui. And in order to get to that house, get to that section of road, they had to drive through another portion of the same physical roadway that was connected to one of the main roads in town. Well, when it came up to buy the property, oh look, there's no legal access. Wait, what? And the further we looked at that small section of road between county road and county road was private. There was no way for this property and these 15 other houses to be connected to the main road without crossing over private property. So therefore, it was landlocked, even though the county of Maui utilities were right there, electricity, sewer, and all kinds of other things. So that's definitely not an everyday occurrence, but it certainly is something that can happen. And how did we fix it? Well, in this one case, we got really lucky. When it came time for the buyer's final loan approval to come in, the underwriter didn't note it on the final loan approval, and the person who owns a private section of road is in the process of handing it over to the county of Maui anyway. So that one worked out fine, but it definitely is something to be cautious of. When you get your preliminary title report in escrow, read it like a hawk. So that's enough of roadways and landlocked properties and things for today. Now I will move on to this week's Best Buy. This week's Best Buy is a terrific vacation rental condo opportunity in a condo building called Kihei, which is located really close to Kamaoli 2 Beach Park, restaurants, shopping, a great spot. So this is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath unit, about 655 square feet. It's unit D205 and listed at $459,000. Just came on the market today, and it's a great buy.